YouTube. I feel like it's been a while. Today's video I feel like has the perfect timing because we are going to be talking about having to do a performance upon joining a organization. And I think this is a fun one. I've gotten this question before, but I don't think I've ever fully addressed it. So for today's video, that's what we're going to be talking about. So with doing a performance with the organization, it is tradition to have a coming out show of sorts upon joining an organization. And I say tradition because it's a tradition. But with the recent changes in like social climate and cultural changes due to a international pandemic, it's kind of changed the way that we've made this requirement, I say loosely, actual requirement. There are so many different ways that you can actually perform to do your coming out show. So we're going to talk about some options if that's something that you are interested in learning more about. So with the coming out show, it used to be, from my personal experience, it used to be like an actual in-person showcase, which people still do, and they call it a couple of things. The most colloquial term is a probate, although we don't use that word anymore. We use neophyte presentation or coming out show, whatever your organization decides to call it. And it is what it is. It's showcasing what you've learned as you joined your organization, and you get to reveal yourself to the public. So there are different ways that you can do that if you don't necessarily want to have a in-person show. And this is more geared towards people who are rhythmically challenged or who are coming out alone. They don't have anyone to do a show with. And this is just my thoughts on that whole ordeal. So typically what I would say is you have a couple of options. So if you don't want to do the in-person presentation, consider doing something on social media. You can do little video clips and piece them together and post them on social media. It's just as effective. With the pandemic, that is something that people started doing, and people actually like those now with different videography styles. It looks like a movie. It looks very cool, very clean. So if you have issues with putting it together a whole show where you're running through the whole thing, because it does take a lot of time to learn things if you're not a quick learner to showcase it thereafter, you can piece together some things and put it together, and it's still a beautiful show. I've seen people do it. Members of my organization have done it. I've seen other organizations do it, so it can be done. So if your concern is about just doing a whole run through of a show, think of maybe piecing it together and posting it on social media, and that could be an option for you. If you don't want to do a show, because at the end of the day, it is a choice. It's not, for the most part, it's not a required thing. It's something that you are privileged to do, so to speak. So if it's something that you don't want to do and it's optional, then consider these other options. If it's not optional, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to talk to your people. But if it is optional and you want to look at other opportunities, consider those things. You can also just post a picture. Posting a picture is not uncommon. Most alumni organizations or alumni chapters will post pictures of their alumni members, and that's it. And that's accepted. And because not very often it happens, but not very often will you have a full show of graduate members. Sometimes they'll just post a picture on social media and it's fine. And depending on the size of people, depending on the number of people who are joining with you, you may have to consider alternative options either way, because if you have a lot of people, it's too many people to house in one place. Or if you have a small group of people, social media is cool too. So you have these other options that I think are worth considering if you're unsure about what you can do in lieu of doing a in-person presentation. So I just want to put those thoughts out there. Those of you who have done these things, please let me know. I've been on both sides, where we've done full shows to videography to posting pictures on social media. So if anyone has any questions about that, you can put them in the comments or message me directly. Or if you've done it before and you have some perspectives or some positive, encouraging advice, please put them in the comments below so that other people can see it. And I hope that you guys find this video helpful and give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.